Welcome. It's a Tuesday night. We're celebrating, right? Victory Tuesday. Shoot, a win is a win. You know what I mean? 49ers
Just
beat the
win ugly.
Cardinals 16-15. Hey, it doesn't matter how you get it done as long as you get it done. What's going on, David?
Oh, happy we won. Not happy about some of the things that happened, but what can you do?
What can you do?
End result is really what matters there.
Exactly. Hey, I tell you, last year at home, we lost to the Cardinals by 1 point. And it was gut-wrenching to lose by 1 point. So it feels good to come back and get a win. And I don't care if it's by 1 point or by 20 points. It feels so much better being on this side of the equation. Yes. So I will take it. But yeah, the game, I tell you, man, the game for me, it was boring. It was one of those, it felt like long sludge fests. Neither team could seem to get into a rhythm, do anything. It was just kind of back and forth with nothingness until basically the end of the game where we had some excitement. Right?
Yes.
We had a could have been safety, then an actual safety, then a touchdown and a go-ahead touchdown and a come from behind last minute kick. It was like everything, they just saved everything to the end.
That's the truth, Now, I watched the replay a couple times. Now, our special teams coverage unit let a couple runbacks happen,
Yep.
So they weren't terrible, but they weren't great,
Yeah,
they can improve on that.
Yeah, the first kickoff went back to the 40. They returned it to the 40, so it was like, okay, that's not the way you want to start.
Yeah, that's definitely not how we want to do our specialty. We don't want to be 32nd. I mean, you can only get better from 32nd in the league, right? I mean,
one would hope, right?
But yeah, I was watching that going, that's interesting. The offense, Mac Jones actually had a good game, but it just seems like not a lot of points on the board.
No points, no touchdowns, just like last year. Just couldn't get into the end zone.
I know. It was watching the game. It was kind of like I was going, "What is going on here? Is this one of those games?" And yes, it was one.
It was one of those games, and
I mean,
the
whole going for it on 4th and goal from the 1 yard line or wherever they were at right there was close. Going for it. Now I fully understand going for it. And it shows cojones on, Shanahan's part.
Yeah.
But that Cardinals defense stood up and punched us in the face right there.
Yeah.
You know, it was like, I'm sitting there, like, I looked at their defense. I'm like, oh, they're without their, corners. They're without this. They still, the Cardinals are pesky, folks. I mean, They just play us the hardest they can play us. It's like their Super Bowl,
Mm-hmm.
And I shout out to Calais Campbell. Where's the fountain of youth, buddy? You need to
he's got it. You need to bottle it up.
Send a guy. I could use that. And it's Montez Sweat, or not Montez Sweat, but the Sweat that's on their team. I don't even know his first name. He come from the Eagles. He got his second sack of the season. So, he's really not looking bad. I've read up a lot of fans are saying, oh, he hasn't done a. Now, what are you guys expecting? I'm talking the whole NFL fan. What are you expecting? You sign a guy, he's got 2 sacks through 3 games. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay. So are you expecting him to get a sack a game, 2 sacks a game? Like, what is the ridiculous expectations you were throwing at these guys? Because if a guy gets 12 sacks, he's doing on a season, he's doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Like I don't get it. I was like, I'm going, yeah, I'm going to stop listening to people.
You should, because most people they have unrealistic expectations for games and
Oh,
players.
yes.
Just the team overall. It makes no sense. But the goal line situation, just the scoring in the red zone, and we talked about this after game one. You know, when you got a first and goal situation, you got to score a touchdown. You got to be able to punch that ball in. This is the fourth time this season they've had it. They've had a red zone situation, no touchdown. The third time they've had first and goal to go and haven't been able to score. Right? That's what everybody likes to talk about, leaving points on the board. You left points on the field, on the board, whatever the saying is. Well, that's 18, 24 points right there that we should have in our pocket. So the offense has to get it together. Shout out to everybody in the chat. 49ers throwback, Bebop, Red Jet Shell jumped in. Corey's in the house. My man Corey. What's up, my guy? But yeah, when you got the ball, when it's first and goal, you got to score. You have to score. The offense has to punch this ball into the end zone. As I mentioned, third time now this season was first and goal, and we come up with nothing. And that can't happen. Now, I got a real problem with this game because Brian Robinson came in and he got like a 7-8 yard run to get that ball to the 1 yard line. Right? So it was pure bully ball. Him just being the big, strong back that he is, gets it down there. And then he's immediately off the field. And here comes Christian McCaffrey. And I love Christian McCaffrey. He's awesome. But if you're going to play bully ball and you want to chug that ball in the end zone, go with the big back that just got you there.
And I was under the impression with
CMC wants to score.
Yes.
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
I was under the impression for past seasons that Kyle Shanahan goes with the hot hand. But there you are pulling the hot hand out and putting the other guy in.
Right. Yeah, that irked me. That irked me big time. And went to him 3 straight times. It was like we have other people on the field that can score. There seems to be this obsession with getting CMC touchdowns. I don't know why. Now, hold on. I know you ain't talking, Red Jet Shell. She's getting me back from earlier. See, I'm gonna have fun with you today. All right, bring it.
But I was also at work. I have vast projects going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you know the touchdown to Juice. Bebop says it right there. Juice tight end 2.
Tight end 2. Should be tight end 1 right now. But go ahead.
He really is, though. You know, I mean, Jake Tongas, I like the guy, but there is no replacement for George Kittle. Okay.
No.
There's none. So
yeah, but you do replacement by committee, right? You get a little Luke Farrell, a little Jake Tongas, a little Juice. That goal line play where we faked the run, ran the bootleg, hit Juice wide open. That's pure goal, right? That's going away from your running back, which everybody thinks you're keying on, and catching them off guard. That's getting into your playbook. And it's funny, that's basically the same play we ran last week in New Orleans when we scored the touchdown to Luke Farrell. Right? It was just a bunch play action, roll out left, hit the guy in the flat. Same exact play. It's just that Juice was more wide open. So
that's exactly it. Juice was more wide open, right? Yeah.
But it's good that he used them. He actually went to someone else besides CMC down there.
Yes. CMC's been he's been catching a lot of passes lately. You know, it's like it's just is what it is. Like a lot of people dog Oh, pretty check downs too much. Okay, look at the other good quarterbacks in the league. They check down a lot.
Yeah.
All right. So when it comes down to it, it's part of the game.
Yeah.
And, I believe, are we going through a stretch where we got 3 games in 11 days? Because we got that one game coming up after this next game.
Yep. We play Sunday, Thursday, Sunday again. So it's that rough part of the schedule where guys are their attrition is going to be tested.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at least we get that little mini bye after the Thursday night game, but still, it's still rough on the players. I'm glad this is happening early in the season, though, and we're only traveling to LA. It's not like we're traveling across country to Baltimore to play on a Thursday night, which has happened before.
It has.
So it makes it a little bit easier, but it's still rough on the players.
LA is not like a road game either. It is a road game.
Exactly.
But
it's
there's enough faithful that are to the point where it's not really a road game.
It's Levi South, baby. We all know that. It's Levi South. So they'll be fine.
I think you know what the real issue is with that game?
What is it?
Why are we wearing our road jerseys?
Oh, to that game?
I mean, what the heck?
I don't know. We're wearing our road jerseys basically the first half of the season.
I mean, what's the deal here? Me and white.
A lot.
You go through my closet, you will not find a white shirt. Me and white are not friends. Okay. But the bear in the room has been brought up in the chat. Yes,
like
Nick Bosa.
Did there, the bear in the room. Yes.
Yeah.
Good transition.
Nick Bosa is out for the rest of the season.
Yep.
And
torn
yes,
AC.
he's an impact player,
Mm-hmm. Corey mentioned
and it wasn't a non-contact injury. I watched the play a couple times. He pretty much was the meat in a Cardinal sandwich there, So
yeah, I didn't watch the replay.
It's the same ACL.
It's the same knee. Yep, same right knee that he tore in New York.
So it's gonna suck to be without him, but the season ain't over.
The season is not over, and I'm glad you mentioned that. What you said? Yep, I'm gonna get bring it. The season's not over. I feel that way because once again we have Robert Saleh. And, David, as we talked about previously about him coming in and coaching a young team, he's been here before. He has the experience. He knows how to put these guys in a proper position to win, right? Nick Bosa tore his ACL in week 2 of the 2020 season. Am I saying that right? Yeah, 2020. For some reason, I want to say 2000. The 2020 NFL season. Yeah, the COVID season.
One stadium with the
terrible turf. I know.
Yeah, with the polyurethane turf or whatever.
Exactly. But remember, so he's been here before. He's coached a defense without Nick Bosa. And if everybody puts in their memory caps on, we were a top 5 defense that year without a Nick Bosa. That was the year he found some life in Kerry Hyder Jr. And he somehow, got us 8.5 sacks that season. And it was rotation. It was defensive line by committee. Because as Corey mentioned, you don't replace a Nick Bosa. You can't. The only replacement for Nick Bosa would be, Myles Garrett, TJ Watt, Max Crosby, players of that echelon. He's right along with them. Yes. And there ain't many of them out there. And as many as say, go out and sign this player. Well, yeah, no one's trading those players. You're not just going to trade for them. So what do? You rotate guys. You do different things. We have 4 defensive ends on the team. Michael Williams, Robert Bill Jr., Gross Matos, Sam Okinawa. That's 4 guys. Oh, and we got Huff too. I totally forgot about Huff. We got Huff too.
I was gonna say,
We got Bryce
hey.
Huff too. But I'm just thinking about a guy who play base downs, do things like Huff is our pass rush specialist, as we know. He'll come in second and long, third and long, but those other four guys can rotate, step up, and get the job done. So I don't think we have to hit the panic button and say the season is over. We got plenty of guys who could come in and help fill the void somewhat without losing a beat.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you never know what the Niners are going to do. Actually, I instantaneously looked at who's available free agent wise, and I was like, Jack Barrett, huh? That's it. That's all you got for me. Like, it is just, it's the third week in the season. Going to fourth. What do you expect, right?
Yeah.
But I was looking at that like, But he would also be a situational pass rusher for us, So it's like we already have.
And that's the thing. Yeah, and that's the thing. If you look at what people are saying, go out, sign this guy. They're all situational pass rushers. They're not the 3-down linemen that a Nick Bosa is, and those guys are hard to find. Like all the good ones are sewn up. They're on teams. They're not being traded. They don't want them to go away. So what you do is I think the 49ers should go with what they have in-house, because they've hit the panic button before and gone out and signed this free agent, this older guy, or try to trade for someone, and they come in and they don't have much impact. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, okay, Nick Bosa's replacement is Mykel Williams.
Yeah, he is our first round pick.
He's a first round pick.
I look at PFF grades with a grain of salt, because it's like, do you guys actually watch the game? Like, I don't think you guys actually watch the game.
Yeah.
A lot of these guys have a bigger impact than just a tackle or two. And Mykel Williams is that guy. I've seen him consistently improving. Oh boy. So consistently improving every week, and his pass rushing, it's going to get better as he goes.
Exactly. This is a grand opportunity to accelerate his pass rush learning curve. Now, he has pass rush skills. They just need to be refined, right? When he was in Georgia, that's not what they used him for, unfortunately. But here, he could be coached up by a Nick Krasaric and those guys to build up his pass rush skills, right? He can still pick Nick Bosa's brain. Hey, how do you break this down? How do you do that? Have him in practice going up against Trent Williams. You can accelerate that learning curve for him so that he can be that guy. Because if you look at him, he's built like a prototypical 3-down defensive end.
Yes.
He's built like the Myles Garretts and the TJ Watts of the world. Those guys who you don't take off the field. They can play the run well, and they can rush the passer. And now
I've had some of my friends throw other names at me, and I've straight told them we do not need a 3-4 pass rushing linebacker. We need a defensive end.
Yeah.
True
defensive end, because we play that 4-3.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, who I got my eye on. We'll just, but it's kind of early in the season for teams to be trading guys like that, though, too.
Yeah. Well,
right.
Yeah. Like, the season ain't over. Even if you're 0-3, you can still turn things around, right? Hell, we're 3-0. You never know. We could go south quick. We've seen teams in the past start the season 8-0.
And in the season with 9 or 10 wins, right?
Yeah, exactly. In the season with 8 wins. I remember one year the Washington Redskins, when they were the Redskins, started the season 8-0 and finished 8-8. Season just went downhill at the midway mark. They couldn't do anything right. They couldn't buy a win. So it's far too early. But I'm with you that just another pass rushing end isn't going to do it. We need a
No.
guy who can play the run as well. Because remember, the number one priority this year was to stop the run.
Exactly. And I mean, if they do go out and get someone, it's not like we're asking them to be Nick Bosa. We're just asking them to be good.
Just fill in the
That's it.
rotation.
You're
be a
going
part
to
of the
be in the
rotation.
rotation. You'll still get a lot of snaps, yeah, but you're going to be in a rotation with a lot of guys. Last year we saw Yetur Gross-Matos get 4.5 sacks in 8 games.
Yep.
So these guys that we do have potential.
Yep. Boats. I'm glad you brought up Sam O. That's my dude. I like the way he plays. He's got potential. He plays hard. He gets after it. Can play the run, rushes the passer. He's a guy that can step up. If you look at the game yesterday, we rotated that defensive line through the whole game. Even Nick Bosa got injured with like a minute and 4 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at that game, he didn't play every down. He was in and out of the lineup as well. So they've been rotating him to keep everyone fresh. And I think that's the game plan going forward. Right? You just keep rotating those guys in, keep fresh bodies in, keep them hungry and going after it. That way, when we get to the fourth quarter of a battle, of a high pressure game where we're battling, we can do things like harass a little shifty quarterback and get an almost safety in the end zone, right? Because those guys are fresh and hungry. They're not worn down. So the game plan is there moving forward. We just got to not lose sight of it and keep it going. With you there. Sam O just needs more game reps. I agree, and I think he's going to get it. Because if you look at yesterday, he flashed. He got pressure. He played well. He's been playing well this season. He's just part of that rotation.
He did. I've had some people throw out names like Arden Key. It's like, are the Titans like hold on a second here. Like, if we trade for someone, I just don't. I feel like giving up a draft capital that's anything worse than a late day 3 pick would be a mistake. So and trying to trade for someone right now, those guys could ask for a 3rd, 4th round pick for a guy like that,
or more. Because they figure you're hungry, you're desperate.
Exactly.
Why am I just going to give them away? You need me. No, I need a second. That's the way it goes. People get into this whole Madden thing of, we'll just go trade for Myles Garrett. We'll offer him 2 second round picks. Like Cleveland's just going to say, sure.
That humongous contract, no
take
thanks
them.
is what I'd say.
Yeah.
It's like, but and as the trade deadline comes up, we'll see what happens. That's probably, if the Niners are going to make any moves, it's going to be closer to the trade line when teams start to think, all right, we have to give up on the season. We have to start thinking about the off season. Yeah. And that's when people like the guy I want will come available.
Yeah. And that's what John Lynch always does, right? He always waits till mid-season, trade deadline, assesses the roster, says, what do we need? What piece could we use? And then he'll try to go after somebody.
Yep. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if after week 5 or 6 they make a move, because didn't they trade for CMC like after week 6 and 1 during that season, if I remember right?
Yeah,
it was a few weeks ahead of the trade deadline.
Yep.
But that's about the time of the year season. Teams like, yeah, we haven't won a game, so
So we'll see. You never know.
Anyway,
they may make a move. They may stay in house. We'll see.
So our defense did great for the
defense did game. Great.
We fought a battle. How about Upton Stout?
Upton Stout. I saw Corey mention Upton Stout earlier.
So, he's playing against a taller wide receiver. Yeah.
Yep.
He throws the ball. The wide receiver's grabbing it. Upton Stout uses that 37.5-inch vertical he has and just knocks that ball out. Now, I'm saying his name wrong. Shout out to Crazy Juice. He'd probably remind me if he was here. Upton the Chihuahua Stout. Okay. Because he's small, but he's vicious. All right. You got to watch out for him. So, and if he didn't make that play, game over.
Yeah, it's game over. It's game over.
I mean,
simple as that.
But, so it's like these young guys on defense. These guys we just drafted.
Yeah.
But we don't know which ones are actually going to be core players yet. It's their first year. But it's actually looking like we might have a few.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. I mean, even before the Upton Stout play, I mentioned this earlier, the play of Kyler Murray on the goal line. If you look at that play, that was all our young guys. That wasn't Nick Bosa out there. That was all our young guys being hungry on the defensive line, getting after them. That's what you want to see. That forced a punt, right? Allowed us to get those points that we needed. Upton Stout plays aggressive, sticky, doesn't play hero ball, plays very smart, right? A lot of DBs, they want to make a hero play, smart play. Upton Stout, just get a PBU. All we need is PBU. Break up the pass. Play the ball all the way to the ground. Don't just give up on it. That's smart football. That's the way they teach it to you in Pop Warner. So you got to love that, especially for a guy who played nothing in preseason, right? So he's just showing you natural skill right now.
Yeah.
So
I was just, we're talking about defensive backs. It popped something in my brain that I haven't thought of for a while because the guy hasn't been around. Malik Mustafa.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's recovering from an injury that was sustained last season and last game. They said he won't be available for at least the first 4 weeks,
Yeah.
Might be week 5 or 6. You never know.
Yeah.
But at some point we get him back.
Yeah. Reinforcements, right?
At some point we get Kittle back. At some point we get, Ben Barch and, Spencer Burfer. And I mean, there's all kinds of people that we're going to get back as the season goes.
Yeah. Well, Curtis Robinson has now served his suspension. So he's back next week.
Speaking of the Robinsons, right? DeMarcus Robinson has served his suspension too. Mm-hmm. So he'll be back this next week.
I say Curtis. Sorry, Curtis is the linebacker. I meant DeMarcus. Sorry, Curtis Robinson is suspended. Is DeMarcus? I meant DeMarcus. Good catch. Yeah, and Bo Smith, Jordan Watkins will be back soon. So we got pieces coming back. We might have jinxed Bosa last week because we said, hey, we got these injuries, but at least they're not season ending. Oh, yeah, we got a big one.
I'm knocking on wood right now.
But yeah, knock on some wood. But we got pieces coming back. And, we talked about, hey, without Bosa there, maybe the defense takes a little hit, whatever. This is the time for the offense to step up. The offense needs to start scoring touchdowns, putting the ball in the end zone, putting pressure on the opposing team's offense to go get points as well. Right? No more of these tight games.
Pressure on them to try things they wouldn't try before against our young defense.
Yeah. Someone said we can't jinx players. Some people can. That guy. So
hey.
But no, yeah, the offense has to step up, right? We need to get back. Everyone says the magic number for our offense should be 24 points. Well, we need to get to that 24 points by scoring 3 touchdowns. And then we can get a kick or 2 or 3 to supplement that. but we need to put the ball in the end zone. That way, the other team is feeling pressure. Oh, they just went out and got another touchdown. We got to go get one, right? It puts pressure on them, allows our defense to be hungry, play loose, play fast, and get after it. So I'm hoping, like, when this guy comes back, party, with along some of these weapons like Curtis Robinson. I said Curtis Robinson again. Jeez, DeMarcus Robinson. We can start putting the ball in the end zone. We see Ricky Pearsall being the man at the wide receiver position. We get a guy in that could complement him. Hey, now we got 2 threats. We get Jennings out there, 3 threats at the wide receiver position.
That's another guy we were without this last week.
Yeah, we was without him last week. And we felt it. There was one point in the game where every play was just going to CMC and Ricky Pearsall. CMC, right. Ricky Pearsall,
yeah. I mean, eventually at some point we get Jacob Cowing back too, but that's, it's his second year, so it's kind of a
yeah. And he's coming back from a tear. I don't expect him to come back too quickly, but at that point he'll be buried later on the depth chart.
Season.
Yeah,
it's gonna be later in the season. You know?
But still, reinforcements. It's coming back. I'm hoping he can do better than the guys we got now. Because like Marquez Valdez-Scantling, what is he doing? He's just out there running.
He's mid. He's mid. We know it.
He's just out there running. They just got him out there just to run. Hey, make this guy look at you. Like, oh,
I know. We re-signed Kendrick Bourne.
Yeah.
And he hasn't had a huge impact yet, but it's kind of what you expect, folks. He didn't have he wasn't necessarily a big impact guy before. He was there and he did his job. Right.
But if you look at him, he's option 4 in the offense at best. Right. It's CMC, Pearsall, Jennings, then Bourne. Yeah. Like we didn't have Jennings, so Bourne has to step up. Now he's the number 3. And you saw they were going to him some yesterday.
Yes.
As that third option in the offense. But in a regular situation, he's down on the totem pole.
And with DeMarcus Robinson coming back, does that push him down one more spot?
Yes. Yes, it does. It does. Because think about that. If he comes back and Jennings comes back, now he's even further.
And we're talking about wide receivers. Sky Moore, our kick returner or punt returner, got him a reception yesterday. Yep. And it was very timely.
Yes, it was. That last drive.
Yep, it was very
last drive.
So
Corey says, what about Jacob Cowing? Yes, Cowing will be back from that tear, but it'll be later in the season. And we'll see how he gets worked into the flow of the offense, after being gone so long. Let's see if Kyle puts him in the injury doghouse or not. We just have to wait and see.
Kyle has a bad habit of doing that,
He does. He does. And he has to get over it because we need these guys on the field.
We really do. And I mean, when we start getting guys back, we'll still have Purcell's, Jennings. We'll still have DeMarcus Robinson. We'll still have Kendrick Bourne. And then, Jordan Watkins will be coming back. Jacob Cowing will be coming back. There's a lot of talk that Ayuk's going to be coming back. But
we totally didn't mention him. Yeah. He'll be back at some point.
7. That literally makes 7.
All of a sudden, we'll have a crowded wide receiver room. But that's good problems to have.
Who is that guy?
I know, right?
Who do you cut?
Looking at like, who's number 83 out there? Who's that? Yeah, that's good problems to have, and I'm glad we're going to be having them. Yeah, this is going to make us stronger. And I keep talking about the offense needs to step up. Well, with all these guys coming back, there should be no excuse for them to step up. So, and we're going to need it.
I'm not going to be surprised to see us going 3-4 wide receivers when we get all these guys back, But
Kyle doesn't run that though.
He doesn't.
He does not put more than 3 wide receivers on the field.
you got 3 wide receivers. You got George Kittle and CMC and what Juice, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Not necessarily
Like,
Juice because there's 3 wide receivers out there.
Yeah. Like basically
So-
CMC is the 4th wide receiver on the field, and then George Kittle is the 5th, even though they're options 1 and 2 in the offense. But that's the way he looks at it. Like, you'll never see Ricky Pearsall, Juwan Jennings, Demarcus Robinson, and Jordan Watkins on the field all at the same time. It's just not going to happen. Even when we're down and like we need to get a touchdown to come back, you still only see 3 wide receivers on the field.
Is it true? And Corey Lindsey says week 6. Now that's actually when George Kittle is available to come back. Because remember, he was put on short-term IR, which is 4 weeks after week 1. So he's got to miss game 5 against the Rams before he could come back.
And they wouldn't bring him back on that short week anyway and to go play on turf. So he'll be back after that. And hopefully his hamstring is fine. Gotta keep it simple. Gotta be safe with hamstrings. Because as we saw with Jacob Cowling, you come back too quick. Next thing you know, you tear that thing and you're gone for a while.
Yes.
How many wide receivers are you allowed to have on the field? You can put 5 out there.
I've seen teams do the 5 wide receiver thing. Well, when they're throwing Hail Marys and stuff like that.
Yeah. You can put 5 wide receivers on the field some one time. That's the amount you're allowed to have. But that's not what we do. We don't go over 3.
That's exactly it. I would love to see. I'd love to see the play call Shanahan putting 5 wide receivers out there.
I know. I'd lose my mind. Like, what? We got more than 3 wide receivers.
Like, huh?
Yeah.
No, this guy never does this.
5 actual wide receivers. It's a miracle. It's nuts.
You never know. After, really late in the season, after everyone hopefully comes back healthy. I'm knocking on wood here because I am not cursing nothing. Okay. You never know. Shanahan could say, hey, I've never done this before.
I know, right? Just throw a new wrinkle out there. You never know. He said Mike Evans will be out 3 to 4 weeks. Is that true, Corey? Mm-hmm. We play the Bucs in 3 or 4 weeks, don't we?
I don't remember when we play them. I know the next game is the Jags, and it's 1 week at a time right now.
Yeah. Let's take this 1 week at a time. Who cares?
Yeah.
We played against Mike Evans before. We've had success against them, so I'm not worried about the Bucs. We know what to expect. Heck, we just played them last season. There you go.
We did.
Yeah.
See, it seems like an every year thing.
Yeah, I know. It seems like that way. And Bo says we will get healthy as the league gets injured. Darn tootin'. That's the good thing about having these injuries early.
You guys
all these guys will be all these guys will be coming back while we're making the playoff push. Right?
Yeah, they're making me just knock on wood like the whole stream.
You gotta keep knocking on that wood. Rub your rabbit's foot, throw some salt over your shoulder, do whatever you gotta do.
Oh my goodness.
To keep the good vibes going. But that's what you want, though. You want guys coming back, us hitting our stride in November, December, when the real football starts and we're making our playoff push. We're trying to secure the division, wrap up some seeding, hopefully, and take this thing into December, January.
Keep the faith, David. Yeah. Now, exactly. Something I was going to point out is, this is a young team. Typically take Shanahan, 7-8 games to really get going?
Yeah.
Get the team rolling, you know?
The team normally starts slow. And if you look at this, it's aside from the defense, the team has started slow.
Yes, we winning ugly right now. Just win ugly. That's my saying right now, folks. Hey, that's what I've been saying.
A win is we lost ugly last season. Mm-hmm. If you look at last season, we lost ugly.
Yes, we did.
So, I said earlier, I'd much rather be on this side of the coin, winning ugly, and be on top of the standings. That's all that matters.
Speaking of winning, how did we win that game right at the end there, Ty?
Kicked the game-winning field goal.
Pinero, one of the
Eddie
better all-time, in
Mm-hmm.
the NFL history kickers, went
Yep.
out on the field and put it right down the middle. Now, something I noticed right before they did that is they moved the hash. They changed the hash mark.
They centered it for him. They actually centered it for him.
And I'm sitting there going, what are they doing? My first thought was, what are they doing?
Yeah.
But then the kicker come out and he just right down the middle. I'm sitting there going, I'm pretty sure even if it was on the hash mark, that guy'd be, like it was interesting. Jake Moody, good luck in Chicago where you're at.
Good luck in Chicago.
Practice squad. But it's interesting that they go out and they're like, instead of just signing, the guy that we had in camp, they get a guy that's like literally in the top 4 all time, accuracy in kickers.
Yeah.
It's like, what was he doing without a job? Number one. Right?
It's weird. Some say he was commanding a high salary. Like that's why he didn't re-sign in Carolina. He wanted to get a higher salary, and it's like, teams aren't paying kickers high salaries. No. It is what it is. So he was just out there on the street. And when you're out there on the street and the team comes a calling, that high salary stuff goes out the window.
That's exactly.
I'll take what you get me. I just didn't want to be on the field. So there you go. But yeah, I saw that. Third most kicker. I think I looked this up. He has an 88% success rate in his kicks, which ranks him very high, which is good stuff. So good for him. He's basically a more experienced, healthy Jake Moody. So it's good to have just a healthy leg guy in there doing his thing with his confidence. That's what you get.
That is what you get. Red Zone. What's up? What's up, buddy?
What up, guy?
It was funny because I was like after the week he first came to us last week, the week before the Cardinals.
Yeah, it was last week.
He missed an extra point. Everyone's like, no, what are they doing?
First kick.
My first thought was, it's just an extra point. Let's hold your horses here, And then the whole rest of the game, right down the middle, no matter where it was.
Yep.
And I'm going, I don't know. Not all kickers are perfect. They don't have a kicker in the NFL history that is 100% that has kicked more than 50 field goals. Okay.
No.
There's not.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And I mean, this guy, I was looking at all his charts. It's 50 and below. The guy is somewhere in the 90s percentile. 50 and or above, he was somewhere in the 60s to 70%. But most kickers are like that.
Yeah.
50 or above isn't a guaranteed field goal.
No,
it's not.
Both says we switched Moody for a top 3 all-time accurate in NFL history. The football overlords are with us. Yeah. Like I said, Pinero's at 88%. Does anyone out there know Jake Moody's percentage? Pre-injury. Remember last year he was injured. They had him kicking on the field while injured. Stupid decision, right? But pre-injury, does anyone know Jake Moody's
kicking percentage? 85%. I remember that. I don't remember the pre-injury though.
Yeah, rookie year 85%. If you add in the beginning of last year, what he started at, no one knows. No one's answering.
No one knows.
The answer is 87.1%.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Eddie Pinero, 88%. Jake Moody, 87.1%. They're basically the same thing.
I just wonder. I mean, I know he got injured. They brought him back way too early. You know,
He brought him back while he was still injured.
but the thing is what did that do to his confidence in San Francisco? Because now he's somewhere else.
Yeah.
So what did that do to his confidence? Was his confidence shot?
You saw it was. He even admitted it, that his confidence took a hit. So, but you can tell they didn't do much to help him out there. They just kept throwing him out there, kicking while injured. So, plus with a bad holder,
field goals a game, because the offense
a touchdown. Exactly, so it didn't help. So it was just a terrible situation. But hey, we have moved on. So, but it's just funny to examine the dynamics of, seeing a young player with some promise and how a bad coaching decision and situation could totally screw him up. And I always feel that's why coaching is so important, It
is.
And good riddance, Brian Schneider. Glad he's gone. So I just need our kick coverage to be better. We still got kick coverage issues. I need it to be better. Man.
Well, I mean, the first 2 weeks, it didn't look bad.
Yeah.
This last week, the Cardinals, they must have watched the tape and found some holes.
Yeah.
So now it's up to our special teams coordinator to watch that tape and plug those holes, right?
Yeah.
So, but like I said, we were 32nd in the league last year. All you can do is get better.
Yeah, just get better. Yeah. Thoughts on Sky Moore? He's average to me. He doesn't really.
Well, when it comes to wide receiver, he's not that good.
He's wide receiver 10,
he
bottom
is
of the total hole.
Reliable punt returner, though. Reliable.
He's got good hands. Yes, he doesn't bobble the ball.
Exactly.
So I like that. You're not going to get much yardage out of it, it seems. He did make a huge blunder fielding that punt on the 5 yesterday. On the play we got the safety.
When I saw that happen, I was like, why didn't he just clear out and let it go?
Yeah.
That was when I had to watch the replay because I unfortunately didn't get the game here, folks. Yeah. I always watched the game a few times though to pick up the things I missed though. Yeah. But my first thought was, why did he even why did he just clear out?
Exactly.
Clear out.
Yeah, that was a huge blunder. Now he made up for it on the next punt though. I will tip my hat and give him credit for that. And that was the punt where he was going back. It faked like he was going to catch it and then clear it out. And remember, their special teams just kind of relaxed. And then the ball bounced, went to the end zone, and they were like, oh, he got him. So he did redeem himself. But that first one was like, oh, dude, simple rules. Once you get inside the 10 and you start to see that 5, you clear out.
I don't feel like how he did that, though. I know what play you're talking about. I like how he I'm going to catch it. I'm going to catch it. Oh, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
He got all the Cardinals dialed in on him instead of going to try to keep the ball out of the end zone. Yeah. So that was that was a really good. That was good heads up.
Hey, I didn't see all the post game and all the other stuff. Red zone. If someone yelled at him, get out of it. Hey, kudos to the person that yelled at him to get out of there. But it was a smart thing. Yeah.
Who's the new coach?
Brant Boyer.
Probably him.
Yeah.
Probably said, bro, need to clear out.
Whoever, get out of there. It was smart. He heard us through the TV. He probably did, because everybody saw how he caught that first one, the one prior, and was like, why did you catch that? Oh.
That's actually funny, because no matter when the TV's on and I'm watching
the Mike has entered
game,
the chat.
No matter what's going on,
hold on.
You can ask my neighbors. You will not hear me yelling at the television because they can't hear me.
Good.
And I know it. So I'm just chilling, watching the game. Something bad happens. I'm like, I'm like, well, that's unfortunate. I'm not. I don't freak out because a lot of times it's, earlier in the game or the game's still going. It's not lost yet. Last year was it was rough. all those close losses, and we did get blown out like once or twice. Yep. But all the close losses, it was rough. I was going, man.
I know. Levi's in chat. As you can see, he says All Might has entered chat. You are All Might without the powers. You skinny All Might.
Well, poor guy. I mean, they had the Lions come to town, and he was actually talking. You know, we think our offensive line ain't doing that great. Lamar Jackson dropped back 37 times and was pressured 30 times. I believe the numbers are.
They were getting after him. They were getting after him, and he was wiggling and shaking and doing everything he could. I mean, he balled out. He played a good game, but they got after him. Woo, man, that's crazy.
One and two definitely skinny All Might.
There you go. Shout out to all the My Hero Academia fans out there. Boat says game plan versus that's wrong one. Game plan versus the Jags. Okay. Here we go. The sneaky Trevor. Now, we've had success against them in the past. We know that. It's like 2 years in a row we went to Jacksonville. Was it 2 or 3? It seems like every year we were traveling to Jacksonville for a game.
At least the last 2. I mean, we went.
We didn't go last year, but the year prior and before that, it seems like we were always in Jacksonville. So this is a team we know. We know the quarterback. Keep getting pressure on him, rattle him, right? Because he could put the ball in harm's way and just check out. And I think run the ball more. Get Robinson Jr. some run, because man, that dude is running hard and picking up chunk yardage. And
now,
I don't see why we keep pulling them.
We've been passing the crap out of the ball.
Yeah. Well, go ahead. I don't mean to cut you off.
I mean, is it time to start running it a little bit? By committee here. Shanahan, please be watching. Run by committee, bust out Robinson, the new toy that we traded for with the Commanders. It'd be nice, right?
Yeah, Bose, we went to their house after a bye. I think it was 2 years ago, and whooped up on them. That was the game Chase Young played in. His first game there. I was at that game. Yeah. So we whooped up on them then. But this time they're coming to Levi's. We play them at home, so that's good for us. But yeah, like a little dose of Robinson and Robinson Jr. Like, use the toys you got. Use the new guy. He can stretch the field. Take some pressure off Ricky. Right? Get him going.
Hey, honestly, having Robinson come back right now. I mean, Jennings, I haven't looked at the practice report to see where he's at with his shoulder. He obviously was out last game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you won't know anything until tomorrow, whether he practices or not.
That's exactly.
Yeah, that's when the real practice happens. Monday is just meetings. So tomorrow, when they actually takes the field of practice, you get to see, hey, is he out there? How's he looking, etc.
And but with Jennings being a question mark, it is so nice to have DeMarcus Robinson back.
Yeah, exactly.
Because now you have Ricky Purcell, him, and Bourne if Jennings can't go.
Yeah.
We have 3 wide receivers we can put out there. Not having Kittle is like...
Yeah. I know. It sucks. But you're just going to get a little bit of Luke Farrell, a little bit of Jake Tonjes, and work it from there. You mentioned we're throwing the ball a lot. Listen. Everybody knows our offense goes through Christian McCaffrey, and it's a running offense. So they're stacking the box. If you look, there's always 7, 8 guys down. You see a safety slowly creeping down because they think we're going to run, right? Stop Christian McCaffrey. That's the game plan. So Kyle Shanahan, hey, he's keeping it simple. Hey, if they think I won't throw the ball, they're wrong. I'm going to throw the ball. And what that does is that loosens up that offense so that you can run a little bit more. So it's that football chess match. And I don't blame him for doing it. Kenny says, I want Cam Jordan. Yeah, that name was mentioned here before. And yeah, good luck getting him.
We were talking about that before the stream. I haven't actually said his name on live yet. But that's the guy I was like.
Sorry, I'm late. I was making meatloaf. I didn't see nothing in my DMs for an invitation. Did you get an invitation, David? See, some guys are just stingy.
I'm telling you.
Shame on you. Ty Austin knows his football. Maybe. I got common sense, though. And common sense tell me, hey, if there's 9 in the box, run a little play action. Throw up on top of it. That's probably man-man coverage somewhere. And we got receivers that can get open. So, boom. Take advantage of it. The meatloaf is all for me. Stingy. See? Selfish. I knew it. Wait, hold on. Trying to catch up with that. Cam Jordan is only $6 million with $4 million incentive, $10 million cap hit. Yeah, we got plenty of money to afford him. It's just, will the Saints let him go? He's a fixture there. He's their best player on defense. Well, one of their best. They got 1 or 2, but like he's a long time fixture there. Like, does he even want to move? Like, I don't see states like he's our George Kittle for the Saints. Like, we don't want to move George Kittle. Would they want to move Cam Jordan? Now remember, teams have a say in this too. So you gotta look at that. You gotta look at that.
Well, now the way I look at this is the Saints, I don't think they're going anywhere, which they, a couple games from now is when they'll probably determine that. And, Cam Jordan has been a good player there for a long time, Yes. At the same time, it's like, the organization likes him. Why would you want to take a guy at the, close to the end of his career on a season like that? Yeah. He has an expiring contract.
Especially when our whole MO has been go with the youth. Have a youth movement.
Well, that's true. But what I'm saying is, from the Saints' view, he has an expiring contract. They need to restock their team with talent. So why not get a draft pick out of the guy and trade him to a contender?
But he's not the problem. You got to think about it from that standpoint. He ain't the problem there. It's other things.
Yeah.
So if you can keep him and then address those other things, you got a leader, someone you like, someone there to help build and grow with these other pieces. That's the way it is. Kenny says, wasn't Cam Jordan the guy who was complaining that there were too many 49er fans in the Superdome? Yes, that was him.
Yes, he was.
That was him. And boy, I chuckled when I saw that video. Oh, I laughed from ear to ear. I just love to see it. Shows that the faithful were there, loud and proud, and doing their thing. You just love it when you hear other players like, what is going on here? There's too many of them darn 49er fans here. Oh, I just love it. I just love it.
California taxes versus Louisiana. You have a big point. Yeah. You have a good point there, Bob.
Exactly. I wouldn't want to, if I'm a player, I wouldn't want to come to California and play. Get half my paycheck taken out automatically. Oh, no. Bo says 49 fans were deep on Bourbon Street. Yes, I mean, not only took over the stadium, but took over the city. I mean, there was red everywhere. The videos, if you saw any of the videos that fans were posting, it was a total takeover. It was insane. You just loved it. You had to love it. So, dude, what quarterback is starting on Sunday? Who do you think?
I honestly think it's going to be Mac Jones again, even though he's got a banged up knee. Just rub some dirt on it, put a brace on it, you'll be all right.
Yeah. He played through it on Sunday. He gutted it out.
He did. Now, the reason why I say it's going to be Mac Jones is because I think even if Purdy's ready to go, Shanahan's not going to take that chance because we've got that Thursday game right after.
The Thursday game. That's the important one.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's the important one. If you think of magnitude of it, losing to an AFC team, totally different conference, ain't that bad. Even though it matches up with, strength of schedule and common opponent, all that garbage, blah, blah, blah. But that's down on the list. Number one is taking care of the division. That's way up on the list.
That's right.
So you got to weigh the pros and cons of that. Yes, I think Mac Jones is more hurt than Purdy right now. I think you're right about that.
He might be.
I think you are right about that. Because he was out there hobbling around. So we'll see. We shall see. If Purdy can take the field, though, I want him out there to get some reps, get the blood going. That way for Thursday, he is ready to go.
Now, Kenny, that Purdy has to play, if you want to highlight that, he has a coaching crush on a certain someone who I'm not going to name.
All righty then.
It's his coach crush.
I got a crush on you. I know it's one game at a time. I'm not tripping like these other fans. I'm God. She's God. Well, my God. No, she meant to say I'm good. She said I'm good. Yeah, I'm good too. The 49ers are in a good state. It's very early in the season. They've been here before. Like we said, they're already battling and playing through the adversity of injuries and missing players and still gutting out wins. That builds character. That builds strength. That builds confidence that, hey, no matter what situation we go into, we win this thing. And that's what you want. That's what you want.
Travis Hunter threat level.
He's a rookie learning wide receiver in the NFL where everyone's running 4-3 and 4-4 and has sticky coverage. This ain't college, man. A lot of guys coming to the league, at receiver, and it's a different world.
It really is.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know. I think he'd be better off playing defensive back, honestly, but that's my opinion.
That was me too, to be honest with you. I thought he would be better at DB, but hey, let him do what he's going to do and let the coaches do what they're going to do. I'm not mad at him.
Exactly. Yeah.
As long as that defense keeps humming and knocks them down, gives them nothing, I'm fine. If the defense gives up another 10, 13 points to them, that's good because our offense should generate enough to overcome that, and boom, we're on the road with the 4-0. Corey, you going to the Rams game this year? No. I am going to the 49ers Giants game here in New York this year. Right in my own backyard.
Ooh, we played the Giants, huh?
Yep, we played the Giants.
Oh, hold on a second. I was going to say Russell Wilson?
Nope.
But
as of today, this afternoon,
Jackson
Dart. That's right. So we'll most likely be playing against Jackson Dart when we play the Giants. Classic show right there. Oh, yeah. Good reference, Reg Show. Yeah. All right, David, that's our time, man. We got to get out of here. I can't talk for 4 hours like Terradome and Wolfie.
No, I can't either. I got stuff to do.
Zach,
I got prep for the show. I got prep for this pick show tomorrow night. Folks, if you're watching and you're in it, get your picks in, dang it.
That's right.
Don't forget, this guy right here is going to be on East Coast Red and Gold tomorrow night. 2 hours before my show starts.
That's right. So, East Coast Red and Gold, 8 p.m. Eastern time, 5 Pacific. Come on through. It's going to be fun. Thanks everybody for coming through. Make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to David's channel. We just like to come through and kick it. We're normally on a Monday night, but yesterday I had things to do, so we made up for it tonight. But everybody, God bless, peace and love, and stay faithful. See you, everybody. David, take us home.
Hey, as Corey Davis says, go 49ers and F all 31 other teams.
That's right.
We petting the kitty this week.